On All Sports Asia with the Deputy President of the Malaysian Cricket Association. A lot's going to be happening next month with the charity match. Tell us a bit about Bat for Nepal, which is the initiative that falls over this match.
Well, going back to when Nepal actually got struck by the earthquake and immediately post the earthquake, with all the visuals that came out of Nepal, the president of Malaysian Cricket Association, Mahinda, and myself actually sat down and started talking and saying, we all do little bits, with NGOs to get something going for Nepal, but why don't we do something a little bit more substantial? And that's how the idea actually formulated and came by. And within a space of, I would say, 72 hours, we, obviously sent out mails to all the EXCO members. Everybody was in agreement, brilliant idea, and why don't we take this forward? We then actually went on to contact Cricket Association of Nepal. We contacted the CEO, Bhavana, who was immediately extremely responsive, very excited about the whole thing, and she says, great, it's nice to see a fellow affiliate country, trying to do something for another country. And I said, we'd be more than obliged, and I think that's where everything started moving. Within a week after that, we got invited to go over to Kathmandu, where Mahinda and Nordin, the Vice President, both went down there. They met up with the CEO of Cricket Association Nepal. They met up with the Sports Minister. They met up with the Finance Minister, and they put across the proposal that why don't we do Nepal 11 versus World 11 in Malaysia, and whatever we raise, we'll raise for Nepal. And immediately we got the go-ahead, and whatever funds we do raise will go to the Prime Minister's rebuilding fund in Nepal. And since then, there's been a lot of activity up and down. We're trying to look for players for the World 11. I know we were obviously, in a conundrum whether to, try to get big stars, current players. But obviously, with today's schedule by the ICC, it does sometimes become a bit tight. There are a lot of current players playing, obviously, at tests or at the one days, and vice versa. So what we decided to do, maybe go for, if possible, any of the current test players, but we'll go for someone, maybe who just kind of hung up their bats, and that's
actually usually where you get the new stars. I know the MLS in football is doing that as well, getting the older men. So these are key choices, but by kind of, I suppose, latching onto such an old and traditional game, did that make it easier, these movements forward?
Oh, absolutely. I think cricket has always been a game of tradition. And in whichever country I've been to, and I've been to a lot of countries around the world, you always meet cricketers, and they always want to give something back. And I think that was the focus of this. We immediately contacted a couple of the countries, and of course Sri Lanka were great. They came back, and I can share with you that we've got Sanat Jayasuriya, who's agreed to come on board. We've got
exclusive,
who's willing to come on board to play for the World 11. We also have Ajanta Mendes. And I believe you also got Lasith Malinga.
There are so many stories from cricket and Malaysian cricket and Asian cricket as well. Now, one of the partners I know that's got involved is Malindo Air. They've always been a community airline. They've always been at that level. Them moving into cricket is such a big sport. Is it a big step for them?
I believe so. Well, I mean, when I went and saw the CEO of Malindo Cricket, and I showed him what we were trying to do, and I can tell you that he never batted an eyelid. He said, I think we're a very new airline, obviously. We're not at the level of being highly profitable that we could. But he did say that he will want to do something, and they have come forward. They have come forward with tickets and a few other things, and I think this is going to be a great initiative for them. I could be wrong, but I believe this could be the first big initiative they've taken to come into some form of sports sponsorship, and I think it'll augur them very well, because they do a number of trips to Nepal in a week, and Nepali culturally are very loyal people.
Yeah, these are cricket destinations that they have as well. Okay, so now looking at the MCA, I know you have some amazing plans set for the next few years. How does this sit within the direction of the MCA right now?
I think one of the things that that has come out from all this discussion over the last couple of weeks, we suddenly realized that here we've got Malaysia, great infrastructure. They've got 2 internationally recognized grounds, but I don't think a lot of people in the cricketing world actually know. I mean, we are great at age group. We've been hosting under 19s, under 21. We had the under 19 World Cup here a few years ago. Everybody knows this. But we're still not at the level where we want to.
Is it awareness? Is it a question, a key fundamental thing about awareness?
I do believe so. I think one of the things that obviously we may lack would be pulling in the crowds. If you do it in a country of like Nepal and India, wherever India plays, the stadiums get filled. So I think obviously that's one thing that we want to look at. But then I guess when you're looking at other associate countries like Dubai have hosted, UAE Sharjah has hosted, and so we want to be in that level. We want to showcase Malaysia as a great destination to have games, and we hope that this is only the beginning. We hope to hold many more international tournaments beyond what we've already hosting at the age group level.
That's fantastic news. We're looking for the future. But you talked about showcasing Malaysia. Tell us about the team. I've actually met some of the team members. All new experience for even a sports journalist like myself. Tell us about the Malaysian team right now. Where are we and where are we going?
Okay, I can share with you some very good news for all Malaysian cricket enthusiasts.
Another exclusive.
Over the last 5 years, we've actually climbed from the World League 5, and this has happened, I think, over 24 months. World League 5 all the way to World League 3, and we've won 5, we've won 4, and we almost won 3, but we couldn't get into World. And World League 2 is where our destination is, because once you get there, you then are in the pre-qualifying to get into the World Cup. So we've done pretty well over the last 24, 48. Now this team that we've got today basically was the core team that actually met Nepal in Kathmandu. Was it 5, 6 years back?
This is a shock result that's coming out.
Yeah, and we met Nepal in the finals at the Asian under-19 level.
Beat them at home.
Well, we did not beat them, but I think we did pretty well to get to the finals. I think we were underdogs, we got to the finals, and that's the core team that's there today. So these boys have got cricket in their blood. It goes beyond just cricket. I've seen with the younger generation, I'm talking about the physical fitness, watching their diets, and
It's amazing. It's in stark contrast to some of the digital things that you hear going on with the youth today. To see, I talked to some of them. I said we went to a training session. All Sports went in November, and I asked them straight up. I said, well, "What do your friends think when you say you're a Malaysian national cricket player?" And they were a bit taken aback for a second, but it's going to change them. I mean, how are they dealing with now being, on the front line?
Well, I think it'll do them well. I think it'll do them. They are looking forward to it, because we hope that this match is going to get telecasted. At least, hopefully in Malaysia, Nepal, maybe a few other countries, and it also showcase a few of them who are going to partake into this. It also, give a bit more awareness to the local public. We are already getting a decent crowd. When we talk about matches that are being held in Kinrara. If you look at matches maybe 15 years ago, you'd have the regular 15, 20 people. Today we come and pull in 200-300 people coming to watch matches, and that's where we want. We want the awareness to go out that Malaysia is a good cricket playing nation. We are number 23 in the world. I'm very proud of that.
Well, I mean, with most sports, they always look at the first 2 or 3, but there's actually massive achievements that are left. But I said, what we're doing right now is opening up. That's what All Sports Asia is supposed to do. I know that's what the MCA is going to do. And I want to thank you right now, Deputy President, for your time today. And we will be seeing you again, because we're going to be down at that Nepal charity match as well. Thanks for joining us today.